All right, everybody, doing a quick Stage 3 update. Chris behind the camera. Going over, this is our Stage 3 V70R. As you can see, it does not have an over-the-engine pipe on it. The air box has been removed, and the turbo inlet has been removed. We're going to be doing instructions on our new full-blown, silicone, wire-reinforced silicone turbo inlet. So we're going to be doing those instructions. Those will be uploaded later, but I just wanted to do a quick update of where we're at. We got all of our new pieces in. The over-the-engine charge air pipe that goes from the intercooler over to the compressor cover on the turbocharger. And then we also got our new turbo inlets, and I got them on a bench right now. Even though we're getting ready to do instructions, we put everything on a bench so we can kind of show you all the pieces that go to the kit aside from the turbocharger. These pieces will work with the K24 turbo, and they will also work with our larger turbo, which will be available soon. But right now, let's go ahead and take a peek at what we've done. Here is the sample unit, one of our first prototypes of our silicone charge air pipe. This goes from the intercooler over to the compressor cover. We took that off the car. I'm updating our Stage 3 car to blue. So we're getting rid of the black one here, and we're going to go to the blue style. So it's all matched in one unit. So what Ken and I have done, we got Ken out here in the shop. And what we've done is we've mocked up how the pieces are going to be configured on the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the camera here, and we're going to talk about everything that's in the kit, and we're going to let your imagination run here. So go ahead, Ken, you can go and start going to town on these pieces, and I'll just film over your shoulder.
One of the main focuses when we started putting this stuff together was that we wanted to allow the greatest amount of adaptability for the customer. And so there's a number of different variations here. You can run your stock air box or your short ram through your factory air mass meter, connects here, goes down through here. You reuse your factory PTC into the turbo, back out the turbo. If you're using the K, we have the adapter flange.
For earlier cars, that's for 04, 05, yep.
All the way over, down to the intercooler, goes through the intercooler, back out through the throttle inlet tube, and back into the throttle body. If you choose not to use a heavy-duty bypass valve like this, and you want to stay with your stock bypass valve, the tubes do come with block-off plugs so that you can use the factory units.
Just a quick note, the diverter valve is used because our turbocharger will not have an integrated compressor bypass. The larger turbocharger, you will have to utilize something different, whether it's a Bosch replacement or our HD version of a diverter. But for stock turbo applications, you can actually block off. We will have a block off plate for the factory CBV, and you could go to an aftermarket or updated external diverter valve, or you could just block these pieces off and retain the diverter that's already integrated into the K24 turbo if that's what you're going to retain or utilize the stock turbocharger with all these pieces. So, anything else, Ken? What can you think of? What can we tell the people out here on the forum on where we're at? Oh, show them the support bracket for the over-the-engine pipe.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. That's a support bracket. It bolts onto the, there's actually a boss on the manifold, and it sits right underneath and just basically supports the over-the-engine pipe or the charger pipe leading over the top of the motor. Just a little tiny bracket there, but it's a little overkill, but it's nice to have a nice billet piece with our logo engraved into it. And there you have it. So right now we're just going to keep moving forward. We're going to get going on the instructions for the turbo inlet. And as you can see, our car is completely devoured, but we're going to put it back together here pretty soon and start writing instructions for the turbo inlet and the over-the-engine pipe. The turbo inlet right now is just for our models. We will be coming out with a P2 version, but the charge air pipe that leads over the engine is full silicone, and that will work on our models and T5 P2 models as well, 5-cylinder turbocharged cars. So that's good news. The only other thing I can tell you about these pieces is this is all silicone. It's got a layer or a rib of wire that runs through the whole thing. So this doesn't, I guess you could say, compress very easy. It's really hard. I can actually stand on these pieces. They're really rigid. The turbo inlet has a big length of wire that wraps through. It's impregnated into the silicone itself. It's really durable stuff. There's really no way that it can collapse or that you can crush it with your hands. It's just extra durable. So you guys are going to be really excited to see that once you get it in your hands. But we went overkill on it. We reinforced everything, and yeah, it's going to be a really nice upgrade for your car. So we'll catch you later on another Stage 3 update, but we're going to get going on these instructions, and you should see them on the website with pricing shortly. So stay tuned.